Actually, no. Scratch that. We do want to delete the pipes as well. Oh my goodness. She starved to death. That's what I get for running on super fast speed. Okay. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Well, yeah. So welcome back to this quirky base builder. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. Oxygen Not Included is a game I played a few years back, but not really enough to get good at it. I understand it's gone through quite a few updates in the intervening time, and I'm doing this playthrough largely to find out what fun little nuggets the developers have added. I play ONI differently than just about anyone would advise. We've set all the difficulties to their highest setting, which is normal, but instead of picking a good set of complementary dupes with appropriate traits, we just use the first the game threw at us, which sets us back a fair amount and will cause issues when their negative traits kick in more and more, but that just makes for a more interesting story. If I haven't lost you yet, sit back and enjoy some quirky, chill base building, or grab the seed from the first episode and play along. Okay, so picking up from last time, we want to make sure that we have licked this starvation problem that we've got, and I think we're doing okay. We have meal lice that we can fall back on until it's all converted over to lice loafs, but I don't think we're going to need to, because we're going to start getting some of, well, these are actually not even halfway yet, but some of these are getting close. This one's at 97%, so that's good. So it's time to start thinking about our objectives then for this episode. Let's assume that we don't have any major snafus with the starvation. So that means... oh, somebody here wants to eat, but there's nothing to eat. Frankie the Rancher again. Okay, he's got apparently an endless appetite. It's fine, he'll have something here in a moment. And anyway, so as we were saying, we want to continue to clean up the base. We've got our stable going. We want to start thinking about what we want to do in this area right here on this level, because it is still good quality real estate from a temperature perspective, although actually this is not super great right here, but it's good enough. It's good enough. We could make more bedrooms, although at this point we've got enough for 9 people. We can easily make room for a 10th one over here. We're only at 8. It eventually will get above 10, but we're not in any race to. I did notice this doing the editing of the last episode. We got this nice little sticker bomb here. This is nice. This gives a little decor boost. So that's good. And in fact, this whole area, once we get this stuff cleaned up, let's go ahead and maybe make that a priority, although we're not going to be able to... we got to think about where we're going to store the curative tablet. But anyway, this whole area will be a nice little decor boost because the bristle blossoms themselves provide some decor. And then they give off a nice fragrant smell, which counts. It's listed as as germs, but it's actually good germs. It's the floral scent. And so that's nice as well. Okay, anyway. Meanwhile, our chef, the world's worst, I should say the universe's worst chef, is continuing to do his thing. As his skill level goes up, he will get better and better, but there's never going to be anything that we can do about his narcolepsy, unfortunately. We're just going to have to live with it, which is what we signed up for in the terribly inefficient playthrough. Anyway, so no real issue there. Let's go ahead and get the bedrooms cleaned up the rest of the way. Looks like there's a little bit right there. Okay, bathrooms probably. We want to get them cleaned up. Okay, so objective number 1 is lick the starvation process, the starvation crisis once and for all. Got a couple bristle blossoms ready to harvest, so that's going to help a lot. Objective number 2, we have, if we look at our... Here, let me look at the skills. If we look at our... Where is he here? Ellie the artist, she should be getting to Masterworks pretty soon. And at Masterworks then, we're going to start beautifying the base. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit here. So yeah, we've got lots and lots of plans for beautifying the base once she reaches Masterworks. And let's go ahead and start doing some research again as well, because why not? Let's let me see here. What would be a priority? Probably not a bad idea to do medicine. We do want to have electrolyzers here come online very soon. We do want to have the insulated tile available very soon. And down here, we're gonna, you know what, in preparation for Ellie the artist doing her masterworks, let's go ahead and research fine art. Shouldn't be a priority, but hey, we're not all about efficiency here, so we're going to make it the priority because why not? We care about aesthetics. Let's just watch them in action here for a moment. Now we got an egg, so that's good. This egg is only at 17%. So one little trick that you can do. We only have currently 3 critters in here, so what we can do, we got plenty of room for it. Let's start prepping both the, let's get the eggs and the critters all up into that stable so that when he hatches, he'll already be in the right place for it. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't really want to prioritize it. Okay, we got this as well. We could starvation, Frankie the rancher. Where are you at, Frankie? Oh, we're still suffering from a lack of acceptable food. That's okay. He's got a little bit of time. We'll get Nicola the chef here. Let's take a look at the schedule. Nicola the chef, you are almost, well, you're a little bit more than halfway done sleeping. Ellie the artist and Frankie the rancher. We'll keep an eye on both of them. If they this goes on too much longer without them getting some food, we'll go ahead and make them eligible to eat the regular old meal lice. But for now, yeah, this should solve one of the starvations here right away as soon as he finishes this, whatever it is he's making. It was a gristleberry. So Ellie's taken care of, and in a second we're going to have another one, and that should be Frankie taken care of. Yep, and starvation has disappeared, so that's good. Okay, very good. New printables are available. Okay, let's check this out. So we got some more briar seeds. That's a possibility. Got a snazzy suit. We can't say no to a snazzy suit, can we? No, we cannot. Let's go ahead and print that. And then let's decide who we want to give this to. Let's give this to Ashkin. You're already wearing one, so let's give it to Nicola. Starvation again. Joshua the Doc. Okay. So Nicola's got on the snazzy suit, so if we take a look at decor, plus 43.5, 30 of that is from Nicola's outfit. Okay, very good. And we're making a lice loaf here, so we got our starvation taken care of again. That message is just going to keep popping up, but as long as it goes away almost right away, it's fine. Let's go ahead and we got 0% stress, so even though we're flirting again with the starvation thing, it's not really stressing out our dupes, so that's good. Okay, we got this oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we got this storage bin. We can now go ahead and put hatchling eggs in it. Let's go ahead and prioritize the storing of the hatchling egg there. And then as soon as we see somebody scoop up this hatchling egg, it's Nails here. Where are you going? Oh, that's a faster way to get there. Okay, very clever. As soon as this gets delivered, we'll drop it. Boom, now it's going to hatch in here. Taken care of. If we see another one later on, we'll add it to the list. Now, another possibility that we could do is make some omelets by cracking the egg. But we do want to start growing our population of hatches. Now, there are other things that we can do to address the food situation, and let's just talk about those for a second. We got area down here. I was going to think about converting this whole area up here, so let's actually do that. Let's be smart about it. Let's not get any of our dupes. Well, actually, there's not really any danger of our dupes getting trapped because they can always escape up that way. But let's go ahead and make some more hydroponic tiles here. By doing every other one, we're allowing the dupes to continue to jump across this way without any gaps. How close are you guys? You're at 83%, so that's good. We're at 7,000, and 5,000 of that is life loaf, and actually all 7,000 of it was edible. Bert the plumber got some athletic skill. That's always a good thing. Let's go ahead and finish these off. And now that they are built, we can get rid of the rest of the ladders here. Except for that one. That one's still not done yet. We can go ahead and build... What am I looking at? Food. I want food. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll extend it a little bit this way, which means... Well, let's go ahead and do this first. Unreachable food for Frankie. Frankie, what's your deal, man? Okay, we've already burned through all that reserve of food that we had a moment ago. It's okay. It's alright. Research complete. That's good. Let's go ahead and... What? I'm actually going to pause for just a second. Where's Frankie at? Frankie, where are you at? I saw you a second ago. There you are. Okay. I just want to look at your calories. You got 700. You're okay. Our Nicola the chef is back to work now. Okay, so we can do another food. If I can click on the right thing, there we go. We got get more food there. So we got 7 here. We got the light on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not great. We want to maximize our efficiency by having 7 here, so we'll leave this for now. We got 1 of the starvations taken care of. We'll get the other one done as soon as he... There we go. It's already taken care of. All right. Let's go ahead and get our plumbing extended. Liquid pipe. Let's go ahead and run it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough for now. Especially considering that we don't have enough seeds for all the hydroponic farms that we've already built. But we're just prepping for the future. You know, again, inefficiency is the name of the game. So I was starting to mention there are other things that you can do, and one of the other things that you can do is you can look at all of these. A little bit hard to see at nighttime because of the darkness of the lighting here. But anyway, everywhere where you see these, depending on what type of material it is, there's a chance for digging up a whatchamacallit. Forget now what they're called, but anyway, the fruit that you can eat at the start of the game, muck fruit, is that right? So we got one here. We know we're going to be wanting to use this area anyway, so there's no reason to not go ahead and dig all this up. And then we'll just go ahead and make all this floor for now. And who knows, when that gets dug up, it might create a muck fruit for us. And we got a couple of harvests ready to go here, so that's good. I'm going to leave all of these meal lice going for now. I do want to convert them over, obviously, but since we still have a shortage of bristle blossom seeds, Ashkin improved his athletics. That's very good. In fact, Ashkin... Let me look at you for a second. Where are you at, Ashkin? Here you are. You're the one who... Your athletics is 3... Where can I see your... Is it your bio? Yeah, you're bottomless stomach. Who's the one who's super slow? I don't remember now who is super slow. I thought it was Ashkin. Everybody seems to be moving around pretty good, so it's not immediately obvious to me who is super slow. Everybody's got a weakness. Could I possibly have missed? Could I have been looking right at it and missed it? Bio. Anemic, yeah, there it is. It is him. Okay, so his athletics starts out at -5, but the fact that we've bumped up his athletics now all the way up to 0. There we go. I was looking at the wrong one before. Okay. So he's all the way up to moving at what a normal dupe would move at normal speed, which is a huge improvement from where he started. How we looking here? We've got not really very much of a reserve just yet, but this is going to help a lot. I would like to see some more seeds There's a seed. So that'll be good. Somebody will grab a seed and plant it in one of these, well, not, obviously not these because they have something on top of them, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now over here, oh, I didn't see it, but did we get a muck? No, I don't think we did. Ellie the artist, there we go, Masterworks, that's what we were waiting for, Masterworks. Boom. Very exciting. So now, what we want to do is we want to take furniture. We just researched this large sculpting block. We want to look at what is the appropriate material to build statues out of, and I'm pretty sure granite is going to be the best that we have available. So sandstone is a plus 10% to decor. This is igneous rock, that's not good. Granite, there we go, plus 20% for decor. Sedimentary rock, nothing. Okay, so there we go. Granite, large sculpting block, and we want to build 1, 2, 3. We want to build this in every... Oops. Gonna have to change that. Cancel that. Gonna build this in every bedroom for now. Another one over here that I missed. Let's look at this colony achievement. What do we get? Good egg. We hatched a critter morph. Oh, okay. I'll have to go find that. Large sculpting block. Boom. Okay, so where do we see a critter having hatched? It's not apparent to me right now. We've already got another egg in here, so we have to keep track of this. We're at 3 of 20 critters, but actually, if we look at this view, we can see that it's actually considered 6 critters in here. So we've got 3 hatches, and somehow we must have 3 eggs. Yes, there's 2 eggs, one on top of the other right there. Okay, so that's good. And now that we've got these large sculpting blocks going, you can see Ellie the artist here. She is hard at work sculpting masterpieces. So let's take a look at this on the decor screen here. Plus 117.5 in here. And yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay. Now, where else do we want to put statues? We can't do the large sculpting blocks, but we can do the regular sculpting blocks. Again, granite. We're going to do them here in our storage area. Every 6 tiles. And that's going to make our storage just a little bit prettier. I'm going to sneeze, hang on. Or not, okay. Ashkin the scientist got some construction. Let's go ahead and do some more research here. Now we want to get back up to... Let's go ahead and knock the medicine out. That'll be super fast. We're at 4,400, but none of it is actually edible. Pretty soon... Where's Nicola at? There he goes, he's back at work. Okay, that's good. Got some more bristle blossoms coming. There we go, now we're making some progress. Got a lice loaf done. Meanwhile, how are we looking here on the masterpieces? We were working on just the second masterpiece. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's good experience for her. Ah, here we go. Muck root. I was saying muck fruit. It's actually muck root. So... yeah, is that... oh, I've got that turned off. Wonder why. Let's go ahead and make sure that... let's just do this. There's... off the top of my head, I can't think of a good reason to not go ahead and allow everything to be harvested. So that'll add to our food situation as well. They're going to add that that muck fruit, which it's already taken care of. There it is. Oh, excuse me, muck root. It's already in our refrigerator now, so that's good. And like I mentioned, the muck root is also discoverable in all of these little goody tiles here. that have that little special marking on them. But we're not in any real hurry to dig more things up. Ashkin the scientist earned another skill point here. Let's go ahead and give Ashkin the engineering line. We'll fill it up. He's got enough morale for it, and when we get to the point where he's not needed for any research at all, then operations will be a good place for him to start spending his time. We can go ahead and delete these. Don't need those. Now, let's clean up our massage room. And I think, you know what is this? What is this considered? Massage clinic. There's a hospital that we need medical equipment. Okay. Apothecary. Very nice. So let's go ahead and give, speaking of medical equipment, that's the apothecary. So let's go ahead and give this room, let's turn this into our hospital. What else do we need for a hospital? We need a mess table and a toilet. Okay, so if we're going to have a toilet, that means we also need a sink. So we're going to go ahead and X all of that. We're going to go ahead and expand our floor here by a bit more. There's no reason to not go ahead and do all this. So if we have him, let's go ahead and make, let's make just a single mess table because there's no reason for people to ever actually use it. Joshua the doc. Okay, that's good. Athletics up. Always nice to see. And so if we're going to have the toilet, may as well go ahead and make it a lavatory. And then we're going to want to put a sink in alongside it, just in case somebody ever actually uses it. And then just for symmetry, we'll go ahead and leave one space here and one space here for just to space it out so it doesn't look real cramped. Okay, we got both of these I like. Oxyfern seeds and arbor acorn. I'm going to go ahead and take the oxyfern seed. I'm hoping that we get an arbor acorn a little bit later though, because I want to try to get a tree growing at some point. But for now, we do know that we have an immediate need, an immediate use, I should say, for the... Let's go ahead and make this a, what color is he? Let's go ahead and make this a light blue in here. Put it down here, and we'll put the oxyfern down here, and we'll continue to consume some carbon dioxide. Oops. Okay, sick bay and hand sanitizer, so we'll go ahead and put a door in. And we gotta have... You know what I could do is I could just not hook up the plumbing, and then we wouldn't have to worry about anybody ever actually using this, this lavatory, but I'm not going to do that because I find that aesthetically unappealing. So we are going to go ahead and hook these things up. You people only need to use you. If I can click on it, there we go. When they're going that direction. Although, actually, what we might want to do here... First of all, we got to seal this in. Yeah, actually, let's cancel that door because we are going to turn it into a sealed room. You... in, maybe? Is it in? Wrangle? Yeah, we need to wrangle you. Okay, because we don't want people to use the toilet and then run out this way and then not wash their hands. So you always kind of want to seal in the toilet where it can't be, where they only have one way to go afterward. And then We could actually start thinking about making our way into the slime area over here or the slime area over here. This is probably more of a priority because I do want to get some research done, some analysis on the natural gas geyser. We are still struggling with the food situation here. But these guys are at 90%. I could always make some mush fries, but I'm not going to. I don't think we need to do that. We got a couple of gristleberries on the way as soon as they get cooked up, so that'll be good. That'll take care of the immediate problem. And we've already filled up this row now, so we just need 6 more to fill up this row. And then we'll get to work on this, and then we'll get to work on this. You, speaking of which, you need a light bulb over here. Boom, and if you're going to have a light bulb, well, then you're also going to need a wire. Okay, where's Nicola? Why are you not cooking, Nicola? Oh, you got a little balloon over your head. How nice. So do you. Nails the builder. So who's starving here? Ellie the artist. Where are you at, Ellie? I'll find you eventually. Now the balloon buddy, what exactly does that do? Feels super crafty. Okay, so super crafty means what? Means boom, balloon buddy. There we go. Very nice. An extra +8. So that means we should take advantage of it and research. We know we're going to need the electrolyzer here soon. How are we doing on algae, by the way? We got plenty of algae. How are we doing on breathable air? We're doing pretty good on breathable air. A little bit of room for improvement over here, but this is just the stable, so it's fine. We now are really going to have to make some headway on the food situation. We're back to having 2 people here starving. Let's hope that Nicola... So Nicola here, is his cooking going to be boosted? His cuisine is 18. Yeah, he's gonna do some grilling here at lightning speed, which is good because we now have 3 people who are starving. Nicole the chef, speak of the devil. You are... We could make you the backup doc. Why not? At least to that extent. Okay, so now back, speaking of which, our hospital here. Why are you not considered a hospital? Hospital. Medical equipment. Oh, so the apothecary is not considered medical equipment. Okay, so medicine, we must need to do a sick bay. Okay. That's fine, we can do that. Let's go ahead then and set up... Well, we don't want to do that. Cancel all that because we got pipes running in there. You want to make sure that you're only deleting the tile. Actually, no. Scratch that. We do want to delete the pipes as well. Oh my goodness. She starved to death. That's what I get for running on super fast speed. Okay. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Well, yeah. Let's pause here. Frankie and Ashkin. I shouldn't laugh. It's sad. It's so sad that she died. Okay. Maximum inefficiency, right? So there you go. There's a lesson learned for me and for everyone else that don't run on medium speed when you have more than one starving dupe, because it's quite easy to lose track of where their calories are at. So we have Frankie and Ashkin. Where are you at? Frankie and Ashkin. Here's Ashkin. Ashkin is at 813. He's fine. Where's Frankie? Frankie, if I click on this, does it show me where Frankie is? There's Frankie. Okay, so Frankie, 544. We are making some food. So one other thing that you got to be careful about is they don't do a good job of prioritizing. So by the way, there she is. So there's going to be mourning going on. Mourning, it means what exactly? Ellie the artist is starved to death. So if we take a look here, mourning means their stress is up by +20. However, I think this is going to turn into a tombstone. They can visit the tombstone and that will help get rid of their mourning condition, if I remember correctly. Death in the colony. Okay, I lost my first duplicant today. Duplicants form strong bonds with each other, and I expect I'll see a drop in morale over the next few cycles as they take time to grieve their loss. I find myself grieving too in my way. I was tasked to protect these duplicants, and I failed. All I can do now is move forward and resolve to better protect those remaining in my colony from here on out. Rest in peace, dear little friend. Well, I am very sorry about that, Ellie. I really am, but it does sort of thematically fit in with our terribly inefficient playthrough. So what that does mean, so we have all of these as a reminder of Ellie the artist. She created all of these masterpieces for us. Now, so what I actually need to do, I think I have to build. Where is it? A tasteful memorial provides a resting place for deceased duplicants. Living duplicants will automatically place an unburied corpse inside. So where is a good place for a graveyard for our dupes? Let's take a look here. We don't want it to be right there. I think we can do it here. We could do it. Is there a better place for it? We could do it up here. Yeah, this is good. Let's do it up here. Let's assume that we're not going to have tons of dead dupes, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if we have more than just the one. So let's turn. Is there any type of a cemetery building? No. Okay. All right. So it's just the tasteful memorial itself. So let's go ahead and build this. Where was it? Medicine here. Tasteful memorial. Let's go ahead and set it up like right here. Good enough for now. And what is that built out of, incidentally? That's built out of... We can just make it out of regular sandstone. Okay, boom. Let's build 2 of them so that we're set up for the next death if and when it happens. And then somebody's going to... Once that's built, somebody will grab the corpse and move it up there, and we will create a tasteful memorial out of it. Okay. Well, that's one way to take care of the starvation crisis, is to let one of your dupes starve to death. Alright, let's go ahead and speed back up again now. Now, those of you who are better players than I, you were probably all along going, what is he doing? Slow it down, you idiot! Okay, so Bert and Nails. Got research complete. The electrolyzer, that's good. Slow it down while we have starvation. That's going to be my new mantra for the time being. We got some other research that we want to do here. We do want this, so I'm going to go ahead and research that. And how are we looking? We should get rid of the starvation here as soon as he finishes this. And another one popped up, wouldn't you know it? And where are you going? You're just going to grab some meal lice. That's fine. Oh, Nicola the chef. He himself is the one starving. There's certain irony to that. Why are you not cooking, Nicola? What the heck are you doing? Really, you decided that coal was the best use. Picking up coal and delivering it down here is the best use of your time. Kind of hope you starve to death too, but you're not going to. You got plenty of calories for now. Okay, let's hope he starts doing some cooking now. And yes, he is. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. You got to keep an eye on your dupes because they are supremely stupid about prioritizing things. I think I started to mention but didn't finish the thought. When you have more than one dupe starving and they don't prioritize, like the first one to grab the first food that appears is not the one who is in most need of it. It's the first one who has a free task. And so quite often you'll have one dupe who's about to die from starvation and another one who has just barely started starvation, so they're up closer to 1,000 calories, and yet as soon as a food item becomes available, it's the one who really doesn't need it as much who ends up grabbing it and taking it. That's if you're not paying attention, and I kind of was letting that happen because, you know, because that's thematic for this playthrough. We don't want to micromanage and make everything super efficient. Okay, so we have now plenty of meal lice. We got a couple of gristleberries being worked on. Do we have... Okay, so we do have a tasteful memorial right here. Rip Ellie the artist. Okay. And so I think the morning... Yeah, the morning is now gone for them. Actually, maybe not. Yes, the morning is now gone for them, so we got that going for us. Meanwhile, we're slowly expanding our amount of bristleberries, bristle blossoms, whatever, bristle blossom plants, okay. All right, and then we could also then, how many eggs are we up to now? We've got 5 units of eggs. Are they all up here? If we look at stable, it says 8 critters, so this is actually now going to be cramped. Let's go ahead and very inefficiently turn 2 of them into omelets. And there's Nicola the chef taking a Frankie the rancher earned a skill point. Okay. Boom! Frankie is now the highest in terms of skill, which means he's the one who we have to pay the most attention to with respect to his morale. But it's all good. We'll leave it at 11 for now. Nicola the chef decided to sleep a little bit. Frankie the rancher, where are you at, Frankie? Slow it down. That's the lesson that I'm trying to learn here. Let's click on you. Frankie, you're down to 400. And our chef is asleep. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow Frankie the rancher to eat meal lice. He's no longer starving. He's going to grab a meal lice. He's going to eat it. And that will tide him over for the time being. And of course, he's going to take the time to run back up. So I'm going to freeze it here right when he gets to his... Okay, so how close did he cut this? Down to 336, okay. Because when they're starving, even though they're starving, they'll still take the time to run all the way back up to their table. Okay, who's starving now? Still him. All right, well, you go ahead and grab another one. That shows just how few calories you get out of a single uncooked meal lice. But it's fine, it's fine. Now we got nails, the builder, but we got cooking going on again. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Boom. Nails will get some food here in a moment. Already did, it looks like. Gristleberry right there. Boom. He's taken care of. So what I was starting to say is not only do they not prioritize, or not only will they stop, or I'm sorry, not only will they run back to their mess table to eat, even if the run back would kill them, but also they will stop and do like what we're seeing right here. They will stop and clap when good things happen, even if they're starving to death. So it can potentially get very frustrating. Gotta be careful. Nothing will stop them from doing their regular dupe, stupid things that they like to do, even the prospect of starvation. Frankie the Rancher again, but he'll grab something as soon as it comes off the grill. Meanwhile, we got a little bit more in the way of bristle blossoms growing. We got our athletic skill level up for nails. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead now and start thinking about when these things get to 100%, we will destroy them and start expanding our bristle blossom agriculture over to here. Oh, I forgot to put an oxyfern seed in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oxyfern seed, plant. How are we doing on coal? 5.6 tons. That's not great. We're starting to run low on coal. Now there are places where we can dig some more out. Okay, so in terms of objectives, we did finish up with our statues, so that's one thing that we accomplished before our artist sadly expired. Let's go ahead and sweep up that copper right there. We got lots of debris here to still get picked up, lots of adheres to still get picked up. We did take care of those ladders. We got lots of debris down there to pick up, so there's still plenty of work to do, but at this point it's just low priority stuff for the most part. We still have some meal lice here for him to do some cooking with. We're up to... Okay, now that we got those omelets made, we're in much better shape from a food standpoint. Now, what I did do is I just allowed it to randomly pick any 2 out of the 5 eggs to use, which is not efficient. The more efficient way to do it is to make sure that you're leaving the eggs that are closest to hatching. Now you, Mr. Dreco, I just realized you can get... I dropped you off over here, but actually you can get there very easily just by coming down around this way, can't you? And then all the way up like that. Yeah. Interesting. Didn't think of that. We kind of want you to be back here, though, where you can eat. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Attribute increase. This is Frankie the Rancher with athletics. That's good. Pay the digger. We're giving you, since you like improved carrying, let's go ahead and give you improved carrying 2. And you're at 9. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I kind of thought that we would get our food situation rectified a little bit before this, but it's fine. It's all good. Meanwhile, we got 2 oxyferns going down here, so if we take a look at our carbon dioxide... Yeah, it's still creeping up this way, but maybe we'll start making some progress. I don't know, I'll keep an eye on it. And meanwhile, we're now back to the point where we're cleaning stuff up. And you got dropped off and you've already moved yourself down there to where you can't eat. Good thinking. Good thinking. Let's go ahead and start thinking about... So this area now, we know what we're going to do here. We're going to make this the little memorial area, which means we still have this area right here to do something with. Oh, and I wanted to expand this hospital, so that means the sick bay or the triage cot. I think we can just get away with the triage cot for now. That's probably enough to consider this a hospital, I would think. And one more here. And then a door. And then let's go ahead and dig out all of that, I suppose. May need No, you shouldn't. Okay. Starvation, Frankie the Rancher. Okay, we can... Oh, no, we don't want a door here, do we? First of all, let me make sure this... Okay, so this is a hospital now. So now we need to deconstruct because we're going to make that a wall. Printables are available. Okay, let's see now. Do we have a replacement for the artistry? We do not. We do not. We don't really need any of these things. So, I'm just going to make more omelet, and now at least our food problems are completely a thing of the past, I think. We've got fewer dupes to eat, and we now have more food for them to eat. So that should mean no more worries about starvation. You now go ahead and fill this in. We want to make this back into being a hospital, so it says unassigned. I don't think I have to permanently assign it to anybody. Let's go ahead and build a ladder here so that you can reach over there. And then we can go ahead and do this as well. This is another thing that I wanted to do, and there's no reason to not go ahead and do it this episode. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our water flowing down here. There's plenty of room for it now. Is he hungry? No, he's fine. Now later on, we've got a stable up here for hatches, but we need a stable for Drekos. However, we're getting closer and closer to the extent of my knowledge of this game, and so I'm going to have to kind of think about how to handle the Dreko farm. Meanwhile, let's let this all kind of work itself out. And then we'll mop up the remainder. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Don't need that. And quite frankly, we don't need this in the middle. Attribute increase, more athletics, that's good. Our dupes are all moving really, really quickly now. The ones that aren't dead. And... Okay, so this has all drained to the extent that it's going to. We'll mop that up. And we can go ahead and get rid of all that. Pretty sure they can still jump across. They can indeed, okay? Except they seem confused. Okay, no, they could jump across it all along, they just weren't sure what they wanted to, okay. Maybe they had to work up the courage. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and delete all those. Is he... Yeah, no, he's... It doesn't look like he's marked for deconstruction, but he is. Oh, okay. Now, what I wanted to do, curative tablet here. We have a hospital, massage clinic, hospital. So with the hospital, we want to build a, where is it? A storage bin. Boom, right here. That'll be a good place then to put the curative tablets. And we could make more of curative tablets if we wanted to use coal for it. But we're doing okay from a disease standpoint. We're set up pretty efficiently to not be getting food poisoning. And I think that's all that the curative tablet... Well, it says for minor germ bait. Yeah, alleviates food poisoning. I think that's the only disease it will actually take care of, so... You're not idle, are you? You're idle! Have we already cleaned... Are you not allowed to clean things up? Priorities. Frankie the Rancher. Yeah, you can clean things up. Why on... Oh, our storage bins are all full. Aha! Now it makes more sense. Okay, so let's... I'm glad I noticed that. Let's go ahead and... We can extend our storage out this way a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll go ahead and extend the tile out this way as well. We'll leave it at that. Now he's got something to do. Okay, so even though there's still debris to pick up, there was just no place to store it. And I think maybe next time, you're idle, but you're not dormant. When this goes dormant, we want to start doing some research on it. Bert the plumber. Pyrotechnics, why not? Sounds good to me. You are no longer looking like Mario the plumber. You're now looking like some pyromaniac. Not exactly sure what the pyrotechnic skill allows you to do, but I'm sure we'll figure it out in time. Okay, so one thing that I was just thinking about the Drecos here, I'm going to slow this down just a little bit so I can think out loud without losing track of everything. How are we, by the way, how many critters do we have here now? We're back up to 8 again. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 eggs and 1, 2, 3, 4 hatchlings. So we're going to take one more of the... Actually, let's take a look at the age of our hatchlings. This is another thing we can do. Age is 40, so he's fine. Age is 70. Your age is 52. And your age is 73. So none of them are super old yet. I was going to say, we could actually kill one of them and turn them into barbecue, but there's no reason to do that while we... while they still have enough good years to continue to provide some other benefits for us. So let's go ahead and copy our settings here, and boom, now we've got all of those. Got plenty more room now for more storage. We're probably going to want to add some more storage maybe up here. Let's go ahead and think about this. If we do it right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll go ahead and put our storage bins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to make this a door. Boom. Okay. And then we're leaving room right there for the... You know what I've decided? I'm going to want to have walls all along the way here. So I'm actually going to deconstruct... Oh, I didn't even realize you could do this. You can redecorate it for consistency. Interesting. So we're actually going to deconstruct this masterpiece right there. We're going to replace it with a door. And here we're going to go ahead and put an open door. And the reason is because I tend to run wiring and plumbing along the interior walls where the ladders are. And the doors will hide the plumbing and the wires. So if you look here at the decor, you can see that this is actually a negative for the wire being exposed. And I didn't realize this, but the fire poles are also a negative, and so are the ladders. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. You got to have fire poles and you got to have ladders. But what you don't got to, and you can't hide them behind walls, but what you can do is you can hide your wires behind walls. And the same with the plumbing. I think the plumbing is a negative as well. No, it's not. Interesting. Okay, so the plumbing is fine. So this plumbing right there is not causing any issues. Speaking of this right here, that makes me realize we got another thing we can do with our corner trim, granite. Let's go ahead and beautify some of our more livable areas. And we don't need an artist to do anything here. This is okay with any old dupe with construction can build these. So there we go. Now we're going to flip it around like so. Get all of these marked for building, and then finally in between we can add the ceiling trim. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and these bedrooms then are just going to be absolutely gorgeous. You're going to wish that you lived in an ant farm like this so that you could enjoy these luxurious surroundings. Later on we're going to put some carpet down. We're going to do all kinds of things to beautify our base here. So there's that to look forward to. In the meantime, you know what? No reason to not go ahead and do some here as well. don't want to do it right here, because we're going to go ahead and do corner trim right there, corner trim here. Now, at some point, in fact, let's go ahead and get rid of this that wheel, that hamster wheel. We don't need it right now. Why are you... Did I miss a space here? I must have. Ceiling trim, boom, right there. Okay. I missed one there, too. How did I do that? I have to go back and watch the video, see how I managed to accomplish that. Okay, now, so he's back to where he can eat, so that's good. And we're coming up on an hour here. Let's just go ahead and finish what we were planning here in terms of the beautification and the sealing in with the walls. We got a door here. We want this to be open. We want this to be settings copied for all of them. And very good. We can't build that. Yeah, we can. We can build that. All right. And you guys are at 20%. We're doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and destroy all these. We only have one left over here, and then it'll be time to start planting over here. So let's go ahead and copy settings. You can go ahead and that'll be the first one that we plant. I'm going to leave these for now because if nothing else, they can feed that Dreco until we get a stable set up for him. Okay, so project renovation is, or I should say, let's call it operation renovation is underway, but pretty far from being completed. But you can already use your imagination and see what this is all going to look like when it's done. It's going to be glorious. But I think at this point, that's all probably going to have to wait until the next episode. We're at an hour, and I feel like we're probably at a pretty decent break point. I know what everybody's doing. There's no emergencies going on. And I hope you guys will forgive me for having allowed one of my dupes to die, but I think thematically it fits in quite well with this terribly inefficient playthrough. So I will go ahead and say thank you all so much for watching. Pause the game, and I will see you in the next episode.